We got ourselves together a group of Team 1. We got Awesome in here. Awesome? Oh, what the? Looking like an executioner of sorts. No shoulder. Oh, actually, there is shoulders, but it looks so weird because it's almost like you got a helm, but also you got like a mask. Why does it look so weird? This helm. I don't know what it is, man. It's just me. We got Bualock on this group as well. We got ourselves frame skip. Look at just skip around with a... You got yourself a Convoke Trinket. I'm a little bit afraid. We got Arhi joining us in Enhanced Shamansman. And we got ourselves Kochachi over as a Marksmanship Hunter with Bualock dropping down. Big old rain of fire. This man is prepping for his tier set. We got Fassel over on the team 2. On that team, we also got Alonia. That's a Horde. We got Kiosku in the back. We got ourselves Swas. And we also got ourselves Talarion joining us in arms. Ooh, Warrior. He got himself more of a silver look rather than blue. I love it. Fassel going to be first up versus Bua. And Bua got himself a couple of Rain of Fire. I think this man might have cooked himself up a big old Chaos Bolt spam wombo combo. Immediately going to be a big old Cataclysm around the court. It does tag the pet, but doesn't tag Fassel. Fassel making sure to get some, I think maybe a slow into Bua. That's exactly what he did. Going to be a quick banish on the pet though. And Fassel's going to wait out, watching this Warlock slowly shuffle over to him. Fassel was thinking maybe going for a bit of a Decimating Bolt setup to empower his Demon Bolts further. Bua setting up a plan B, a gateway out. It's going to be a stun into Bua. It is going to be kind of a longer stun, but it is going to give him immunity to CC afterwards. Going to be Emotes set up as Bua. Just trying to get himself a bit of resources. It's going to be quick interrupt for Fassel. He's going to bail out of there completely. It's going to be also Bua chasing after him, not using that Warlock Gateway as a backup, but rather using that Warlock Gateway in order to catch up to Fassel. Quick flash cut from Fassel is going to resummon a fresh new pet, and Bua is going to be a little bit behind, just trying to catch up to Fassel, just trying to get next to him. It's going to be quick, reflect, stun onto Bua, but rather gets interrupted, trying to go for a big chain, Chaos Bolt setup, but looks like Fassel is going to be able to avoid it. Bua got himself a lot of damage ready to go, Mortal into Bua, doesn't have a way to break out of this one, doesn't really have a lot of defenses, needs something here, going to be a wall, trying to see if he can gateway over, still wants to go for a big setup, is going to send out one singular Chaos Bolt into Fassel, spawning in a big old Blasphemy together with an Infernal, but looks like Bua is a little bit behind on health. Fassel trying to go for a bit of a fear, it's going to be immune, I think, but Bua once is going to got himself a soul shape in order to get around that pillar. He's going to got himself a soul shape, man. English, I'm so good at it. Stun onto Bua, interrupted, drain life from Fassel, looking just to whittle away Bua while also maintain his own health bar. Going to be Castle setup, but all this been surrounding Bua might just be dead. Got him to reflect, but I think it might be over. That Felguard trying to see if he can shut him down right now. He's barely alive to Felguard. Barely alive, trying to see if he can get away from Fassel. Got himself Rain of Fire. This man is not giving up. At least he's trying not to. Mortal Coil hit him, and that's going to be Fassel taking him out. I don't know if that was a Decimating Bolt setup, but definitely Demon Bolt doesn't have taken him out, with Bua trying to load up for a big old go. I think next time Bua's got it, man. I feel like any other class, with Fassel having as many pets as he did, just shut down his whole burst in the opener. Gonna be that big Convoker burst out of Frameskip. He ends up biting down the pet completely. Frameskip still has a bit of immunity, as Fassel can't really do much about it right now. Does go for a Dark Pact. Frameskip better use that Resolve Trick in order to maximize the rest of his burst. Fear coming out of Fassel. Does get hit with the Root, which is gonna activate his own Resolve Trinket. As he goes in for a Fear onto Frameskip, doesn't go anywhere. It gives opportunity to drain him. Rathgar getting someone up for Fassel. As he sees the main pet getting hit with a cycle, going to be a main to Fassel with a Convoke to follow. Does separate the Warlock from the pet, trying to see if he can make some damage in. That's not enough though. Trying to continue with the bites of Fassel, dropping down the Fel Lord, knocking down Frameskip with a stun to follow. It's going to be Obelisk down. All the pets are empowered. Tyrant joining in. This is where Frameskip trying to see if he can bow out of here. No way to stop him. He's just going to avoid the Tyrant completely. The pets are still empowered with the Obby, and actually he's just going to get in front of that Tyrant. This is where Fassel just needs to let Frameskip stand in front of the Tyrant. Let him get casted on it, because that's actually quite a valuable amount of damage. Fassel getting hit with the maim could be in a tight spot. Does he have a stun for Frameskip or anything? Most likely has a Mortal Coil. He needs some kind of CC anything right now. He does get a Mortal Coil. That's going to be a wall. Actually, not a wall for Fassel. That's just Resolve Chicken. Frameskip getting kind of low, stunned out in the open, but that's going to be a big go for Fassel. Get himself a big drain into a Fear onto the Feral, but looks like the Feral is going to be able to escape behind the pillar with the Frenzied Regen. Dropping down the big gateway, Fassel going in for his own Hellstone. It looks like he's just going to keep the pets over there with Frameskip. Actually, Rathgar goes down. If Frameskip will stop this next Rathgar, he'll be in a fantastic spot. Does get to stop him with a Convoker, Wall, and a Dark Pact from Fassel. He's done everything he can just to survive this burst, unless he got another Mortal Coil. He might be in trouble. Stun into Frameskip as the Feral Druid recovered all that hell behind the pillar one time. fear onto Frameskip, and all Fassel can do right now is just try to recover. Drain and drain some more. Getting interrupted on Shadow did recover a little bit of health. At least he's doing kind of sort of okay. As we are finally hitting that 5-minute dampener, boys. Frameskip, does he have? He has his off streak coming up in 20 seconds. Could he maybe go for the biggest go? He needs to find a way to take down that pet, to eliminate it out of the way. As long as there's no pets next to him, he should be able to get a lot of his bursts and his fangs and bites sung into Fassel. That's kind of the gameplay he's looking for. Stun into Frameskip, getting hit with a decimating bolt, could be potentially big damage out of Fassel, trying to go for drain life, getting hit with a skull bash. And Frameskip again behind the pillar. Again, needs to start working down the pet as best as possible, or at least land a Cyclone. Potentially could have a go here. Fassel trying to see if he can get away. While the pet is CC'd, he wants to make sure the pet is next to him. Frameskip trying to get an opener onto Fassel. Fellord joining in. That's going to be the Obelisk down. Potentially could be a Tyrant as well. Fassel could maybe have a go here. Is going to go for the Tyrant potentially. Gamoke out of Frameskip. Has all these pets that he can attack, but the Tyrant is absolutely blasting him. This man could be in big trouble. Frameskip does it and go down with a Decimate Demon Bolt at the end. I don't even know if it was empowered by Decimating, but all those pets collapsing, having all those extra NPCs next to you really confuses Convoke. Just trying not to give Awesome an opportunity to get himself a setup. Fellord around the corner, almost lands that hit. That's going to be full Obby down as Fassel again trying to get Awesome to get kited back towards the Obby. Going to be Awesome taking a bit of that damage from his Fel guards. It looks like all those pets still benefit from the Obelisk. That's going to be a Karma burn through completely. Also could be a big trouble. Get himself in. Oh, he just walked over there, put the pets on him, walked out of there with the Obelisk. This is why you want to take out the Obelisk as soon as you can, man. Kachachi going to be up next. Marksmanship Hunter, as both of those Fel Lords or Fel Guards is still in play. Oh, one of them is rather a Wrath Guard, the other is a Fel Guard. Same pet, different model, different name. But Kachachi gonna try to see if he can maybe get swing around. Kachachi has a name. It's almost like has the word Quecha, which means cat. Trying to see if he can go for some kitty cat aim shots, I guess. I'm not really sure. Decimated Bolt does get hit. Pokes out just to get hit by Decimated Bolt. Super on Forge does go for a turtle with a flesh cut. As he's feeling the pressure, 26% dampener. So far, Fassel is surviving to fight another day. Getting interrupted on Shadow could be really bad for him. Kachachi getting interrupted with the Axe Toss. Freezing trap on the pet for a moment. Trying to get a rapid fire onto Fassel as he's just looking for a little bit of recovery. He has got no mana. He actually has 0 mana for drains anymore. He's drained his own mana completely. Scatter shot could be really bad for Fassel. Big kill shot to follow. Oh, hunting down the doggy Warlock with Fassel taking out 3 boys back to back with Demon Army. With a Demon Squad. Telrion looking really armored. Look at that set. That looks fantastic. It's almost got like a, it's like a high fantasy knight in shining armor. Stormbolt onto Kachachi, who's going to be able to trick it out of it. Going to be double tap available for Kachachi. I think he already used double tap. Oh, there goes a double tap. Quick avatar for Telrion. Trying to give himself a reconnect with a lead, with a slow. That's going to be Kachachi still sinking in aim shots into that man. Telrion is still slow on hell. That's going to be big. Chakram. Telrion might need to power parry here. Does power parry. Look at take down the Hunter. Is he able to? It could be anyone's game at this point. Telrion trying to see if he can leap away. At no health whatsoever. Got himself a flesh cut. That flesh cut might be his saving grace. And I think that was maybe a Shadow Mill too. And he got himself the big recovery. Kachachi making a mistake here, letting Telrion go for that recovery. Second wind is letting the man catch back up. And Telrion is at least going to be able to get himself a bit of a reset. Leaping right in, Stormbolt into Kachachi. Does he himself the big execute? Potential reflect. No freezing trap to stop him. And does end up slicing and dicing him out of the way. With your boy Arhi, last one left. He still has 4 people to go through. Dampening kind of high versus a Arms Warrior, so should be able to take down Arms Warrior since they have no healing. Big Alien Blast scratching down on Telrion. Ghost's joining in. Earth Elemental clobbering down onto Telrion's head. Quick Fear. Arhi looks like he had a pre-Tremor Totem ready to go. It's almost like he expected that was going to happen. Telrion with a banner just to give himself mobility and a little bit of mastery. Damage about trying to see if he can use his mastery to slice right through. Arhi is going to be unable to since his health is so low as an Arms Warrior. If you don't have a way to, don't have a flesh cap, you can't really heal back up to full. Stun into Alonia as Walk comes out for Arhi as he's looking to see if he can get some recovery. 41% dampening. Not going to make it easier for Arhi to recover if he wants to fight through the rest of the team too. He's gonna have to use everything in his way in order to blast out damage to Alonia, but also find a way to self-heal himself. Gonna use a static totem to get away. Flesh Cap, there's no way for Alonia to stop it right now. Could have went for maybe a Skull Bash, but it would have been yoinked back by the static totem. Ellie Blast onto Alonia, does pop a wall. Alonia is playing it very, very not carefully. Oh, big bite though. Played very, very low on health, but just focused on the damage. Focused on the dampening and how it's so much higher to try to see if he could take down Arhi. With Facile, 1 million healing. This man did more healing as a warlock than damage. What is